The 6.
In an 8-5 vote, the South Dakota House State Affairs Committee voted to advance House Bill 1057. Good evening, I'm Jack Cottle.
And I'm Joey Lin. This bill will criminalize doctors providing gender reassignment surgery or hormone therapy to anyone under the age of 18. A Rapid City man is going back on trial after having his first trial last week ended with a hung jury. 37-year-old Theodore Guzman is facing 3 separate charges of first-degree rape of a child less than 13, as well as sexual contact with a child under the age of 16. The new trial is set for 8 days, starting July 14th, as Pendleton County Deputy State's Attorney Laura Retzel says she plans on calling additional witnesses. Guzman is also accused of being a habitual offender from previous DUI and drug convictions. Each of the first-degree rape charges carries a minimum of 15 years and a maximum of life in prison if he is convicted. With new events focused on youth and ranger rights, the 62nd annual Black Hills Stock Show has some big changes in store. Kicking off January 31st, the show will start with a ribbon cutting at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center at 2 in the afternoon, followed by a new event called Protect the Harvest, which is a program that will discuss the rights of rangers and farmers. And by moving the Truck Defender horse sale to the Central States Fairgrounds, the stock show has space to host the first ever youth livestock show. The general manager of the Black Hills Stock Show says including the youth brings the whole family to town.
What makes this show work is it is a community event, and I've noticed that more and more each year. We get more people that are out here to participate, including this year, the addition of more youth activities and women in our Saddle Bronc event. So it's an exciting time at the Black Hills Stock Show.
Jeffrey says this year's rodeo will feature 2 women in the Wild Bronc Ride competition for the first time, which includes Western Bronc riders dressed in costume and a $5,000 prize. For the schedule of events and ticket information, you can visit blackhillstockshow.com. We'll look at what the debate was about and how it could impact new construction on Deadwood Avenue after this.
The U.S. Senate approved rules for the impeachment trial of President Donald Trump.
The vote came early this morning after a marathon day of arguments. Should sidewalks be required for new construction on Deadwood Avenue? That was a debate Tuesday night at Rapid City Council meeting. Mayor Steve Allender finally had to be the deciding vote. Alexis Davila brings us both sides of the debate.
Coming up after the break, New York Giants legend Eli Manning calls it a career.
And the Stevens girls basketball team has a huge matchup this weekend in Sioux Falls. Those stories and more when we come back with Sports on the 6. How this huge pizza was made and how many people it was able to feed after this. An Italian restaurant in Australia made a massive pizza to help raise dough for firefighters battling the devastating wildfires across the country.
The owners of Pellegrini's Italian in Sydney wanted to do something big to help those fighting the fires. They baked this behemoth in a conveyor oven Sunday. The rectangular pizza was 16 inches wide and stretched 300.
Sliced it up in thousands of slices to feed crowd that showed up to donate money for New South Wales Rural Fire Service. About 3,000 people attended the event, but it's unknown how much money was raised. Well, that's a giant pizza.
I'm in.
Yeah. We'll see you guys at 9.